Hey guys, today we're gonna be playing Anime Dimensions, and basically there is this thing that I've been wanting to address for quite a while. I've been playing this for less than a day in total, but there's something that I noticed while grinding for Sukuna in Cursed Dimension. Basically, if you go into Villain Dimension, you'll realize that Cursed Dimension is harder than Villain Dimension. So, if I can show you here that if we enter Hardcore, then you'll see how actually the difference is if I can actually do this, because I've lost count of how many tries I've done in recording this, because I keep dying and I have garbage gameplay right now. I don't know why. I literally had to stop recording and recollect myself because I'm not sure what I'm doing. I really hope this actually lets me do something, but basically I've been talking about one thing for too long. But if you see that I'm letting these guys, I'm baiting them out so that they can use their lunging attack, and then once they use that, I just give them everything I have, and it makes it really easy. So you don't want to use a stopping move like Gluttony here, because it will make it harder and you end up actually taking more damage than you're doing. Or, well, you probably do more damage than that. Okay, I'm talking in dumb speak now. Okay, so anyways, you just gotta keep following this pattern. For the no moves, you can let them get close to you since they have to stop whenever they try using their moves. So if you want to use a stopping move, you have to make sure it does enough damage to tap them. So now onto the first boss. He just has this basic move where he goes out in all directions, like end move. So if you just dodge that, then it will be easy. He also has that move that goes out every way. So like the first boss in the other dungeon, he can also summon things. In this case, the no moves. So these guys are gonna be kind of annoying because you might end up hitting them if you're using some of your moves. So you also have to save your invincibility frames. I kind of freaked out there and wasted mine, but I just got attacked on an uncomfortable frame. That wasn't a very good move on my part. So we're just gonna keep dodging this guy. We're gonna try not to die, because there's a really good combo with Rimuru if you get past this part, which I can't seem to do, and every time I try making this video, but I might be able to do it this time. Hopefully I can do it, but it's a little after this part, so you want to just keep doing the same thing for the entire boss fight. Just strafe them, maybe use your ultimate move a few times. So here we go. It should take around 2 minutes to defeat them if you are doing bad like me. Or, well, I'm the only one who's really bad. You guys are probably, who are watching this, are actually good and have probably clicked off the video by now because of my trash gameplay. But anyways, you can also capture them up and then use a move that does AoE. So that's really good for this dungeon. So I'm just kind of doing a hardcore playthrough or a walkthrough here, so this, you can see, it's pretty easy once you get the hang of it. These guys are close range, and you won't really realize they do a lot of damage to you until it really stacks up and you get low. But then there's a really good move, and it really flexes Megido's range, because as you can see here, you can get this entire batch of villains in just one thing. You don't even have to do anything. So I've been doing pretty good so far. I was actually planning on switching out the character that I was using for my first life after I died, but anyways, if you just get all these guys, you can keep using the same attack pattern, then it will be pretty easy. If you are getting a carry, I have no words for you. Get out, click off of this video, because I'm giving you a walkthrough on how to play it by yourself, okay? So, if you get those guys, you can easily solo this, because it doesn't work in solo if you use Megiddo on those guys in that entire batch, even if it's just 2 players. It just makes such a difference for the damage that you do, and the HP that they have, basically. We want to get this guy over here, because we don't want to leave anybody behind, since we're going to end up killing them all. Yay! Oh no, I died. Okay, so the next thing you can do, you have to use your invincibility frames as much as possible in this, because at the boss, he's pretty easy once you actually learn him out. So if we just get this entire last people very quick, then you'll see. If I die again, I can also showcase the new character that we got here in the new update, Rokia. I think they're better than Shieldman because they do very good damage, and for another hidden reason that you'll see in a few seconds if I die. I'm probably going to die to showcase it, and then I'll I'm actually just gonna normally die and then make an excuse saying that, oh, I'm gonna showcase Rokia. Anyways, now we're on the final boss, which has carried us pretty easy here. I think this is gonna be a valid recording, but anyways, I might be able to upload this to YouTube without being really embarrassed. Anyways, if you can hear my visible sweat, then guys, I died to showcase Rokia, and definitely for no other reason. You can tell that was completely on purpose. If you think that wasn't on purpose, then you're kind of dumb, because that was actually on purpose. In fact, it was my master plan all along. So, his moves are pretty easy to dodge if you just use this. And he has this really hard AoE move where you probably have to use your iframes to beat sometimes. So I just took damage on there. Please don't die. I really don't want to die. I'm really far in here. So anyways, he has those 2 moves, and the good thing about Rokia is that you can use Shirofune to extend her M1 damage and range, really. So I think that's pretty OP. When I tested her, I immediately wanted her, because I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so good. Anyways, if we just keep abusing that thing, and we hopefully do not take enough damage to die. Okay, I had to use my iframes there. That was not very good. I didn't want to do that. Okay, we're gonna move out of the range of those moves because he does a lot of those. No! Okay, guys. Well, that's alright, since I pretty much showcased the entire thing. But now, we're gonna do the next dungeon, which is Cursed Dimension, and we'll show how it's harder than this. If I went in there, it would make even more proof, but I don't know if this is just me, but if we go, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be put into a public server, that's fine. Since if we make Cursed Dimension Nightmare, and then Hardcore, then you will easily be able to see how much harder it is. I'm gonna use the same layout. I should have switched it out, because actually a different layout would have been better. Well, in my opinion. Anyways, if you start doing this, you'll see quickly that you'll take quite a bit more damage. If I start playing extremely good, I'm going to be extremely mad, and I'm probably going to scrap this entire video. Because usually by this time, you'd have lost half your HP. I don't know how that was, but that's how it was for me. I was being really careless with Mirror. And that might have been why I thought it was hard, but we're going to try comparing them and see which one is actually harder. I still feel like this is harder because I could have won Villain Dimension if I hadn't screwed up there. And no, actually my excuse for losing Villain Dimension was that I had to reset to showcase Rokia, and then I died with her. Okay, so that was my excuse. I totally didn't die on my own. Okay, so all you haters out there trying to say that I did die on my own, get out of here, because I want everybody in the comment section still watching this, since there's probably no one still watching this. I've seen my view count, and I've seen how little time people watch my videos. I guess they're not very entertaining. But if you are still watching this, then, here we are, and we have already lost half our HP. Now, on this Soul Shaver, I die a ton. I don't know why. So, he has this really long range move that attacks extremely quick, but you can really easily dodge it by dodging at the perfect time, or right before he uses that move. So then he can summon people, and then he also constantly has those spikes going up. Now, this is really the problem with this dungeon, because you are not able to move in that section, I think. I don't know, that might just be with my experience. But my invincibility ran out, of course, as soon as he attacked me. So, look how much damage this guy does. I really hate him, and then he uses this move, which makes me hate him even more. And I've already died for the second time. I don't know how I'm on last life in this one dungeon. Sorry. Either I suck, or you have to tell me, do I suck, or is this actually harder than Villain Dimension? Because I feel like it's harder than Villain Dimension. I'm not even joking. This one feels so much harder. At least I switched to a good character now. You can really just abuse her, because none of her moves really stop her except for Spooky Shiro, because that one just lunges you forward if you go like that. But with this extended M1 range, then you have opportunity for a lot more things. Like damage wise, you can do you can have a lot more potential with that, because it only has a 10-second cooldown, and it transforms your sword and range for 10 seconds. I also give this plus points because it has a sword. Sword makes me feel like it gives more range, even though it actually doesn't. I tested it and it doesn't. But now this one actually has definite added range. So I also like that cool addition, because look how much you can just abuse it. There's literally no problem. You can just hit them from there, and you won't even like face anything. It's just so easy. So anyways, you gotta dodge his moves there. I forgot that I was doing a walkthrough, but it's really easy to dodge his thing, and then there. He might use that sun move at the same time as the other one. So hopefully from this run, if I even win it, which I doubt I probably will, then I actually get a good thing. Like, I freaked out. That wasn't a good move, but at least I dodged something. So I feel like it's paid some use. So now we just have to wait out him. So here we go. You can see that I'm not using Sugi Hero because I feel like that's gonna throw for me really badly, but I won here, and GG. So I'm not sure how I won on the other thing, but of course I got nothing good. Anyways, you can comment down below if you're still watching. Here, what you want, which one do you think is harder? So, I feel personally like Cursed Dimension is harder, even though I died on Villain Dimension and beat Cursed Dimension. I feel like Cursed Dimension is overall harder, and even if you're that level, then it will be harder for you. So, anyways, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed, and bye.